chilled, and that's the kind of music I want to listen to. That's Tommy Keys, and I'm genuinely looking forward to Tommy coming up to see us, and that's his brand new song. But Tommy was he was a keyboard player for a Dublin rock band many years ago called Sidewinder, and he wrote most of their songs. He's a great songwriter, you know. He's got a fantastic website, and well done, Tommy, indeed. Check him out, Tommy Keys, KEYES.com. And
he's brilliant in the social media. He was around the 70s, and he's really active on social media.
What do you mean around the 70s? Are you trying to say he's old?
Sure, I was around the 70s too.
Oh, I thought you said he's round the 70s.
No, he was around in the 70s.
Oh, yes, sorry, I thought you were insulting him.
He's
there.
up on March 13th. He's up for a holiday with his wife, and he's going to plug in on Monday night sessions with us as well.
Absolutely, but that's what we call dedication.
Absolutely.
So we're really looking forward to it. That is lovely. I really, really enjoyed that. Tommy Keys, and aptly named Sunday Morning. But anyway, we just want to announce here at this time, you've heard the radio promos, and if you've been listening to Highland Radio this morning, you would have heard myself and Jimmy on with Greg Hughes.
We took over the Greg Hughes show.
We actually did. We were only going on for 2 minutes, and I think Greg went out one time, didn't he?
He did. He left.
He says, "What the hell, then?" He went over to the shop across the street.
We started talking about washing machines.
Washing machines, the rising price of barley straw.
And there was a big one, that conversation we had about the rising price of the kitchen rolls as well.
Don't chat
Gone
to me
from
about
90
them.
cent to €2.50.
Do you know, don't be talking to me about them. What do you do?
And then you move on to toilet rolls.
We're on about MCTs and the cars and everything.
Right,
I don't know, but we got carried away with ourselves. Genuinely, well, I'll tell you what we were up for. We were up for the it's Irish Music Month, and it's Irish the local hero competition, and it's back. And we're delighted it's back. It's an association with, in partnership with Hot Press, the well-known go-to magazine in Ireland, the IBA and the BAI Sound and Vision programme, and to promote and celebrate Irish music. And it's actually got the support of the President, Michael D. Yes, it's there. It says there, look. And the Minister for Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht and Sports and Media, Catherine Martin. Michael D. Higgins, the President, has also supported. He says it's lovely to be a part of it. I can't wait to go up to the call and talk to them two boys. The bit of manners, them boys. I'm no Mario, am I?
Okay. Let's get back to the serious bit of it.
Certainly, Jimmy. No. There's 25 independent radio stations involved, right, including Highland Radio. And what did they do, Jimmy? Pull yourself together. Come on. Come on now, Jimmy. Stop the old carry on now.
Right, this is a very good competition, right?
Well, give it the seriousness. I'm just telling you, President Michael D. Higgins is involved.
So back, it was run in 2020. Right. Start again.
It started in 2021, right? And Shamalon was the fella that won it, a young lad called Matthew Harris, right? And what actually happened? There's winners come from each radio station. There are 25 independent radio stations total. Jimmy, you could pull yourself together, please. And there's a fantastic prize, right? The prize up here, the four finalists, say from the Highland Radio catchment area, right? They'll receive a once-off payment of €875. Plus, then you can go on then, and if you're the overall winner, you won a prize pot of €5,000 and €5,000 worth of music equipment. And you also get a chance to get your song, have a single released by Ruby Works label, a well-known Ruby Works label here in Ireland.
I can speak now, right? I'll tell you a bit about it now, will I?
Go ahead, Jimmy.
When we did this in 2021, it was national. We had over 100 entries into Highland Radio. We had the highest entry nationwide. And Paul, what we did is over a few weeks, and we'll be doing it all week, and you'll be on Saturday, I'll be on Thursday. I heard Ivan and I heard Kevin earlier on. Yep. So what we're asking artists out there, be it a singer-songwriter, a band, rock, punk, folk, jazz, whatever, hip-hop, get your MP3 into us by the 31st of January at music@highlandradio.com. So, you know, if you remember George Houston was his grandmother was listening, and she got on to George about it, and he he sent in the MP3. So
that's exactly right.
What we were saying this morning, if you're listening out there and you have a child, you have your husband, your wife, your whatever you think, and now it has to be original material, so it can't be a Bob Marley cover or anything like that, so it has to be something from you. You email it into music@highlandradio.com. And now me and Paul have access to all the entries as of today, and Greg is a judge, and Linda as well. Newell will be Bob, and we're also having an independent judge in the music industry who'll be in with us. We'll be going through and it's a tight deadline. It's 3 weeks.
You have 3 weeks. 31st of January is the closing date for the entries now, and you know, as Greg said this morning, you better get on it rather than going on into the summer. You know, and just go for it now. And I know, because of our experience up here, that there is loads and loads of people are quite able and have been able to release brand new music, and they're quite, you know, so you have to be able to perform live on a prime time show on your station. So that'll be Greg's show on the 9 to noon show, and they must perform at least one original song, and in other words, no covers. So there's no limit on the number in their band or the number of artists in the band, and the audio from the live radio performance is the one then it's sent to the national judging panel. So when you come up here to perform, that's the recording that will be sent down to them, you know.
Yeah, and I think the beauty with this, Paul, is the exposure that the persons will get. I know you've Amy being on the line, you'll be talking to her shortly, but I mean, if you think about that time, 2021, Greg's show, Monday to Thursday, we were up here some of those days, the band was playing in the studio opposite us here, and and we actually took some of them on afterwards for their own thing, but it was brilliant. So, like, what I'd love to see is, and what we said this morning is, if you entered before, come back in again, and a lot of new artists. But say you enter our radio station, you can't enter another radio station. So we would prefer if you came to us, and we'd love to get as many entries as we can. And it's going to be and I think even the prize money, Paul. I mean, if you're a solo artist, you called it out there, it's €875. Now you and I are available to be a roadie for the solo artists.
Yep.
So we get $225, and the solo artists get $650.
Cash in the hand, Jimmy, you know what I mean? What can you do?
That's you know, it's an incentive, and then the incentive at a national level. So we have an idea, but look, it's a brilliant. We're going to be talking about this for the next few weeks.
We are, and do you know this? We said it in Greg's show this morning that the judging thing was one of the hardest, most difficult things I've ever done in my life. And you know, we listened to every single song, and not once. Several times, and you know, I do get humbled by the quality of music we have up here, and it's as good, if not better, than anywhere, let me tell you. And there's no reason we can't win the overall competition.
Elaine Doherty says, Paul, will you get serious there for a while? Hi, lads.
What do you mean get serious?
I don't know.
This is very serious, Elaine.
Must have been you're laughing and you're Michael D. Higgins.
No, it's just myself, Jimmy. Just talking about myself.
And anyway, but you have Amy on the line, Paul. Amy Lee, which is our 2021 winner.
This is just to give you a wee insight. Good evening, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Amy, you submitted your entry a couple of years ago. So tell us how that process went for you.
It's hard to believe that it's 2 years ago. I heard you talking about it there a while ago. It doesn't feel like it at all.
No.
Basically, what happened was I wasn't going to enter this competition at all. I didn't even know about it. And my aunt messaged me and she said, "You better enter this competition." And so I did. I had this song called "Say Goodbye."
Yeah.
And I wrote it actually about her son Shane, who passed away. He was 17 from cancer, and we were both the same age at the time. So I had this song recorded. I thought, you know what, I will enter it. I'll give it a go, see how I get on. And I entered it, not expecting anything to come of it. And I won it, right? So that was just amazing.
And plus the fact too, you know, you get an exposure there for yourself as an artist, whether it benefits you or not. You know, I mean, you're actually, it's helping you as you go along, I would imagine, you know. So your advice would be, would it, to encourage people to go ahead with this?
Oh, without a doubt. Even thinking back to the exposure I got online from it, even promoting people to call in, and I think we, as far as I remember, we got people to vote as well.
That's right, yeah.
So even trying to promote that on Facebook, I got a serious amount of likes and it's brilliant to see the amount of people who started to follow me after that.
Brilliant.
So I would definitely encourage everybody, even if they don't think that they're going to get through, just definitely give it a try, because I didn't expect it, and sure, I won the Highland Radio stage.
We were delighted. Do you know this, Amy? And we're not telling you a word of lie. Now, we were gutted that you didn't win overall, because we thought we were going on here with an absolute belter of a song. We genuinely did, and everybody, all the judges, we all agreed. And but you done us proud. You done yourself proud, your family proud, but you done us proud. We were just over the moon. But would you be thinking of entering it this year, or have you other things going on just?
Do you know what? I up to my eyes this year. Even before I came on the phone to you, I've been working at assignments for college. I'm in my final year now, doing music in Ulster University. So I am very, very busy.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to get the chance to enter it this year.
No.
But sure, I did so well last year. I'm happy out with that.
But don't put yourself under pressures, right? You know, do what you're going to do, and where are you hoping to progress from the music? What sort of line of work are you intending to go into? Would you like to go into?
Well, I always love performing, but something I love doing as well is passing on my knowledge. So guitar, piano, singing. So some form of teaching is what I hope to do, but I do still love the songwriting, and I have a lot of material now written that I'm hoping to get out there soon, and I'll be keeping that up. I'll be keeping the performing up. I'll be doing a bit of everything, I think, going forward.
Brilliant. Well, we're looking forward to your new music when you get it, and as I said to you, you know, the door's open. We love having you up here because you're an incredible talent, and the thing is, I always believe in, don't force yourself to do it, and when it comes along, it'll sound fresher and better in your own head, you know, but keep doing it, you were going to say.
I was going to say, Amy, how you doing? And thanks for and well done in 2021 and everything you've done over the last few years. I can remember you coming on here. What age were you? Probably 8 years ago, wasn't it? On Monday night sessions.
I was probably 12 or 13.
It was one of the first shows that first year, I think. I remember you. Amy, just, you know, if I'm listening out there, one of the things is that people are always afraid of that. You nearly have to have a professional MP3 or because you can do so much now in your bedroom on your phone. So would you say that to young artists out there who may be considering entering but say, well, the quality just mightn't be up to speed for what they want? What would you say to them?
Well, the quality doesn't really matter, even with what I'm doing at the minute for college. I started off with a voice memo on my phone. So all you need is some kind of an iPod or a phone and just your lyrics and your voice.
Yeah.
That's adequate. And if you have an iPad, GarageBand is brilliant.
Brilliant.
You can layer up different tracks, just like Logic and professional software. So just use what you have available and give it a shot, because, as you say, it's not the MP3 that's going to be submitted. It is the recorded version from live on the station. So that's not going to be an issue then from that stage on.
Well done, Amy. And listen, we're going to go out with the song in a few minutes' time, say goodbye. And people will listen to it, maybe haven't heard it before, and they'll be blown away a bit, because I know the story, and we know, and you shared the story with us, which is very poignant. But listen, you take care of yourself. Thanks for taking our call.
Amy.
And you know, as I always say, the door's open, and you know where we are. So just get in touch with us if you feel like coming up some night.
Of course, without a doubt. Thanks for the invitation, and I definitely will in the next month or two. We'll get in touch again.
All right,
thanks, Amy.
Best wishes. Take care.
Thanks again.
That's
Bye.
Amy. Bye. That's Amy Meehan, and as I say, an absolutely belter of a song. But Amy done us so proud. We were really delighted with Amy's performance, and we genuinely thought she's going to walk this competition, you know. But once again, it's Local Hero. March is Irish Music Month, and it's to get your submission in via an MP3 to music@highlandradio.com, and just give it a go. And you never know. As we always said, as something you pointed out there, there's artists we hadn't heard tell of, and we got them up here then on the back of that. They come up to see us, you know. So
paid a visit and bought a box of chocolates.
Well, there's a box of chocolates are sent in here today.
Show the camera here, Paul. We're live. Actually, we're live.
I got a box of chocolates sent to me today, right? And it was from Nash Patel, right? And his son Ashan Patel was up with us a few months ago, and they sent me a lovely letter, and I want to appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Sent me a lovely box of chocolate. Where are they, Jimmy?
There they are, up behind. Look.
If you're watching on the camera here,
Over
right?
this camera, Paul, look.
Oh, which one are we on?
There, that
This
one, look.
here. I was looking away at that one. Let's talk.
Oh, you're right. you can
Right, we
see
got
you.
this box of chocolates here, right? Hang on.
And they were lint ones.
They're not your. It's not your pound shop stuff here. This is look. Lint.
Top of the range.
So I opened them up, and we came back up to get them this evening, and there's 2 left. And them's the 2 Caroline Orr doesn't like, and I know that for a fact. Oh, Mickey Mouse stuff here. See.
What did she leave? She left the she left the chocolate fondant ones.
I must have coffee ones. I have my jelly beans on it. I'm not too worried on it.
But brilliant. It's a great competition, Paula. And music at Highland Radio. Get your entries in by the 31st of January.
Don't send them on anywhere else. Only music at highlandradio.com.
And we expect over 100 and something entries, I would suspect, you know, by the time it gets going. Mickey Duffy is writing a message here. All right, he's smiling, he's laughing.
We're looking forward to Mickey's gig. Mickey's coming up to see us prior to his gig. He's playing in the
Lifford Courthouse.
Oh, I can't wait. Mickey Duffy is something else.
That Christmas song was just incredible.
It was brilliant.
It's not even, you can nearly play it all year round, even though it's got a Christmas jingle to it, but it's actually, it's about missing people and all, and it's
well,
really
I played it 6 days a week, and twice on Sunday. You know what I mean? But Mickey, listen, keep in touch with us, all right? Mickey Duffy, sit down there for a little walk it.
Joe, Paul, maybe Michael D. Higgins will give us a word of encouragement too.
Yes, I encourage all artists to take part and get your music in MP3 to music@highlandradio.com.
And we're drawn. Mario Rosenstock. No, but it is. It's a bit of crack, that's all it is, you know. Nothing else. Anyway, listen, Amy Meehan won our regional, I could say, competition, and it was 2 years ago. And the song is Say Goodbye. Now, if you haven't heard this, have a listen to this. This is absolutely beautiful.